This is a network setup using the EPOCH 35 network Rover and the Nomad 800X data collector with internal modem. The EPOCH 35 has removable batteries which go in the side slot here. Make sure to insert a fully charged battery, close the door, and select the red power button to power on the unit. The Nomad turns on using the green button at the bottom left. The Nomad data collector has an internal modem contained within the data collector. There are no cables needed to connect to the network for communications, or no cables are needed to connect with the receiver. That's all done by Bluetooth. After powering on the Nomad, the first thing you want to do is make sure that the phone is turned on. Turn on the button, select the wireless manager, and then push the phone tab to turn it on. When the phone shows that it's on, press the X at the top of the screen to close the window. Here is an inside view of the Nomad and turning on the phone. The icon that you want to look for is the one on the top bar that looks sort of like a Y. Tap on that and then press the wireless manager button. This will show you the listing of all of your wireless connections, the Wi-Fi connection, your Bluetooth connection, and your phone. You can see here that your phone is off. To turn the phone on, just tap the bar and you wait a second while it turns on the phone and makes the connection. Once the connection is established, you can see that there are bars by the Y indicating your strength of signal. If you have 4 bars, you have a very strong signal. Inside here we only have 2. So go ahead and press the X to close out of here. Note that your bars and your Y is still on. Go ahead and push the Startup Survey Pro and begin your survey. At this point, you want to check and make sure that your receiver is powered on and showing that the A indicates that you're in an autonomous position and the number indicates the number of satellites that you're tracking. At this time, you're tracking 17 satellites in the sky. You're now ready to begin Survey Pro. Do so by selecting the flag at the top left and then Survey Pro. The Survey Pro screen will open and give you the option of creating a new job. You can use the keypad in the bottom right of the screen to type in the job name. Press Next and next to the next screen. If you're not in Nebraska, you'll push No. Survey Pro automatically creates a point with your job. Now you're ready to begin your survey using the preloaded settings. Press Survey, Start Survey. The rover is already selected. The network information is already typed in. All you need to do is press Connect. This time the data collector will connect to the receiver using Bluetooth. It will also dial into the network in the Iowa DOT servers. While this is happening, you can verify the connection between the data collector and the receiver by the little dot in the bottom left-hand corner. When the dot is present, that means that there's a Bluetooth connection between the receiver and the data collector. Once you've connected to the Iowa network, you have a number of different choices of networks. The RTCM3 format utilizes both the GLONASS and GPS satellites. You can choose either the network or single base. Although the DOT network has been very reliable, when there are problems, they're usually with the IMAX corrections. So you can decide whether or not you want to use the single base or the network solution. But once you choose, make sure the username and password are filled in. You can use the ones that are already inputted here, and then press connect. And then you can choose between ground calibration or mapping plane, depending on your needs. Adjust your zone if necessary. All this indicates is that it will adjust the initial point 1 that was created. You can choose to adjust it or not. That's up to you. Again, just showing you that point 1 would be the only point that would be adjusted if that's what you wanted. Here the screen indicates that you're receiving a 100% signal. Now you're just waiting for the base position to be received and processed. You can see up here that you've already got a fixed position. You're just waiting for the receiver to communicate. Things to check would be to make sure that you're measuring the height of your pole. Here we're measuring to the bottom of the antenna mount, and we're using a 2-meter pole. The bottom of the antenna mount is the bottom of the black piece right here. So whatever the height of your pole is underneath this mount, that's the number that you want to input into this measured button here. Once it indicates that you're ready and received the position, all you do is push next. And then because the base is automatically broadcasting its height, you want to put in a 0 for the height down here. And then you can decide whether or not you want the base point to be on an existing point or a new point. When you choose, press finish. This takes you to the data collection screen. Once you're on your point to collect, go ahead and push point. It shows that you're in a fixed position. Your accuracy is indicated there. Once you're comfortable with that, go ahead and push store. Name the point if you wish. And you're ready to go. When you're done with your project, press End Survey. That will disconnect you from your Rover, as well as the phone will be disconnected from the network connection with the Department of Transportation. And then File and Exit to exit out of Survey Pro. To turn off the Rover, you press and hold the red button for 5 seconds. The screen will indicate GPS off, and then will go black. Your Rover's turned off, and you're ready to